Okay, everybody. Today's July 25th. My birthday. Old. What I have here in front of me is a package. I unboxed it, but I didn't open it. This is the mature male Aphonopelma chalcodes from KC Tarantulas, Mike Farless. So what my plan is, this nice little container, I kind of like this. I might even use this for my Brachypelma elbow pilosum. So it's a nice enclosure, or a nice packing crate or packing box or whatever you want to call it. It came perfectly packed in a box, normal box with the insulation. Temperatures are pretty mild. It's only like 65 here today, and it was only like 72 yesterday. So what my plan is to put this guy into this, okay, big tub, get him out of this, take the tissue out, check him out, and then put him back in. And then I want to put this whole container in with the male in it, in the container with my female, just to see how they interact, if she comes out, if he taps, see if there's any interest between the two of them. I'm not going to put them together yet. She's been being cooled down for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. She's been out in the other room. I just brought her in to cool off in the air-conditioned room. And she'll need a quick feed, nothing big, something small, just to satisfy her hunger. I don't know that she's actually going to eat or not, because she is kind of large in the abdomen. I'm really hoping that she doesn't look in pre-molt, but we'll find out if she shows any interest in him. So I'm going to go ahead and move him over into this container and then open him up and see what we got. So we have lid off. And there he is. Good looking dude. He's coming right out. So Mike, he's in good shape, looks good. You did a fantastic job packing him. So he's going to be all right, I think. We're going to let him crawl out there. We'll kind of tip him down. Let him come right out. And then I'll get the tissue out of there, and we'll get him back in. You guys can see him. There he is right there, mature male Aphonopelma chalcodes. I think, if I'm correct, if I remember watching the videos, he had named him Mojave. I'll have to check with him to be sure. But I'm going to get him out of here. I get the tissue out of that container and then get him back in. I'm sure he's not going to be happy doing that, but we'll see what he does with the female. So once I get him back in here and put in the container with the female, we'll take a look and see what happens there. I'll be right back. Okay, so here he is in the container, and she is in there. We'll see what she does, if anything, if she'll come out. She's usually pretty curious when things are going on in her enclosure. The only other time that I tried pairing tarantulas, this is kind of what I did. I put the male in a vial and put the vial in the female's container to see what would happen. And she showed interest pretty quickly. So I made sure I fed her. Now I don't know what she's doing back there, but I fed her, and then 2 days later I introduced him. They mated perfectly fine. And then he passed away like not even 2 weeks after. I wanted to wait a little while to repair them and he passed away, unfortunately. The pairing took, but she didn't wrap the eggs. That was the Seriocosmus aurea or Bertae. Now, Celine is roughly 4 inches, maybe a tad over. He's a big boy, actually. He's a solid 4.5, 5 inches. He's a lot of legs, but he's a solid male, Aphonopelma. You know, I would have expected him to have been smaller, but Mike said he figured around 5 inches. We'll see what happens when my Aphonopelma hense matures. We'll see how, you know, comparison size he is to the female, but I think he's going to be roughly kind of close too. So I don't want to startle her too much, but I'm going to see if I can get her to come back. Yeah, she's tagging the stick, so she may not want to come out of her little burrow there, her little hide. She's been in there quite a bit. Again, this is really just for introduction. This is not breeding whatsoever, not yet. Again, I want to feed her. I want to make sure that he is comfortable. Try to see if we can get him to eat or not, but she's slowly coming out. He's not doing really much of anything. Now see, this is the part that bothers me, or not bothers me, but worries me. You can't see it, but I can. She has webbed up around the front of her enclosure, so I'm worried that that's, you know, her. I mean, she didn't web it a lot. I'm worried that that's her going into a pre-molt, getting ready to molt. Now, I'm sure we'll be able to keep him alive for a while without any problems. So I know that these guys usually pair late summer, early fall. So she may be getting to that point where, you know, we're halfway through summer, that she's going to get ready to molt soon, to be ready for mating. So I want to make sure I give her some time, and I want to see how she would react with him in here with a barrier. I didn't want to put him in here with her alone, not yet. Someone had recommended that just to let them come in here and see what they do and then try to separate them, but I didn't want to do that, not yet. So without her making any kind of move, and him not doing anything, try tapping on the container. I've seen some other people do that, but I don't think it really does much of anything. So he is going to go into this sterilite. Should be okay for him. It'll keep him from wandering too much. We'll get some water in there before I get him in there. He did move out and crawl up the side of the other container there pretty quickly. So he is in good shape. Let's take him out and see what she's doing, what she's up to. There she is. Okay, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and get him in his setup, and we'll put these two side by side or near each other and see what transpires over the night, if they drum or if we hear anything going on. So I'll upload this as it is, and if anything else transpires between the two of them, I'll let everybody know. And just give a quick shout out to KC Tarantulas. Hopefully we'll get a good pairing when these two are ready, and we'll have some babies so I can get some babies back to you. And have a good day, everybody.